the Milwaukee Monarchs. My name is Avery. I'm your announcer for tonight's game, for this afternoon's game. Let's make a little noise for Gridlock's return to Joseph F. Facina Field. You'll see Gridlock have lined up in number order, and the Monarchs will do the same in a moment, and we will announce the lineups. All right, the Monarchs roster. Starting with number 2, Annie Fan. Number 5, Rose Glinka. Number 12, Sydney French. Number 13, Cassie Duty. Number 17, Caitlin Duffner. Number 18, Kylie Chesner. Number 19, Emily Cohen. Number 21, Annie Shriver. Number 23, Allie Muting. Number 25, Annika Vermaak. Number 34, Kenzie Carpenter. Number 43, Emily Shue. Number 52, Erin Schrader. Number 72, Jacqueline Jarek. Number 81, Rachel Kern. Number 87, Austin Pruka. Number 91, Sadie Redding. And finally, number 99, Dana Demert. Give it up for the Milwaukee Monarchs. They are coached by coaches Caitlin Murphy, Nick Huang, and Katie Stanton. And now, give a big round of applause for your New York Gridlock, starting off with number 2, Eddie Lamb. Number 3, Grace Connerly. Number 4, Marie Waverka. Number 7, Abby Hecko. Number 9, Cassie Brown. Number 10, Elise Friedman. Number 11, Sadie Jezerski. Number 12, Casey Bantarayan. Number 19, Ronnie Shaw. Number 20, Gina Cartagena. Number 24, Jolie Krebs. Number 26, Mari Malin. Number 31, Eli Pressberg. Number 53, Emma Poyer. Number 66, Meta Leary. Number 74, Sam Harris. Number 87, Emma Chin. Number 88, Nikki Hare. And number 97, Maggie Fan. One more round of applause for the New York Gridlock and for both of these amazing teams. Next up, we will have the teams return to their benches and the captains will come together with our observers for tonight, Sam Shapiro and Dylan Ziegler, for the opening flip.
welcome to the Premier Ultimate League Week 6. Today we have New York Gridlock versus Milwaukee Monarchs for the second home game for the Gridlock. Our observers for today's game are Sam Shapiro and Dylan Ziegler. They are joined by the Gridlock and Monarch captains, and they have concluded their flip. And Gridlock is starting on defense on the left side of the field here. My name is Chui Chai-Ho, and I'm joined here by Jenna Patterson.
Hi guys, glad to be back. Excited. It's a beautiful day in New York. Weather is perfect for some ultimate frisbee. Excited to see these two teams play. Milwaukee coming off of a game last night against Philadelphia Surge. So a little bit of a challenge coming into back-to-back games and traveling to come to New York today.
Yeah, let's see what happens on the field today. They had a game against Philly Surge yesterday, wasn't that? So Gridlock comes into this game 1-1 with a win against Minnesota Strike and a loss against DC Shadow. The Monarchs are coming in with a 1 win and 2 losses so far. Nice pull from Sadie Jazerski. And first point is on its way.
Caught by Erin Schrader, the pull coming down. Erin Schrader, definitely an impact player for Milwaukee. We'll see a lot of her on the field today.
Right now, Rachel Kern throwing to Annie Fan. Annie Fan looks for that reset, slightly low, and it's Gridlock's disc. Here is a break chance for the first point. All right, Sam Harris with the disc. Sadie Jazerski finds Casey Bantarayan.
Casey Bantarayan for a very quick Gridlock break to start us off.
First break of the game.
Here's a replay. Sam Harris to Sadie Jazerski. Finds Casey Bantarayan. Great throw into space. Slightly floaty. There's not much wind today here on the field, and it's sunny, a little bit humid, but really great temperatures for Ultimate.
Sadie Jazerski, new to Gridlock this year, but not new to highest levels of Ultimate. Great pickup for Gridlock, and definitely an impact player in this game and so far this season.
Let's see if Gridlock can get another break here, starting on defense again on the right side of the field here. Not much wind again, so these pulls are going to go far. Another big pull by Sadie Jazerski.
Full field pull caught again by Erin Schrader.
A low catch on the Monarchs, but good save. Oh, and
Sadie Jazerski gets a nice little block in the lane, and Gridlock have a chance for a second straight break to start us off.
High stall throw there, knocked down by Sadie Jazerski.
Pressburg picks up, gets it to Emma Chin. Emma Chin with the disc again. Finds Ronnie Shaw, and a little bit of a bobbled disc, but it's a turn. Schrader with the disc.
Deep shot. And
Really
found
nice.
for the score.
Phenomenal throw from number 81.
Really nice and floaty disc
Rachel
going
Kern finding
right
number
into the end zone.
17,
Here's a
Caitlin
replay.
Duffner for the dirty hold for the Monarchs, and it's all tied at ones.
Nice floaty, right on the money. That's what you like to see in the end zone.
Rachel Kern and Milwaukee and the games they've had so far, this is something that they've excelled at, is using the deep space when it's available to them. There is some height on the Milwaukee team, making those deep shots a viable option. They have seen a lot of zone this season in the games they've played so far, especially against Strike in week 5. The Gridlock tight person matchups that we've seen so far today, I think, is what we can expect from Gridlock, and maybe a little bit harder for Milwaukee to fight against. 1-1. First pull from Milwaukee.
Low bullet to the back corner. Gina Cartagena on the field for the first time today. Poyer gets it back to Gina Cartagena. Looks for Maria Waverka, but snagged by Monarchs.
Oh. Big layout with Krebs landing kind of on top of Sydney French. She holds on to it. Big shot from French. And observers ruling if that was in or out. A little bit hard to tell.
Observers rule it out of bounds.
Out of bounds on the catch.
Here's that replay.
See the replay. Oh.
That looks close, Jenna. What do you think?
Looks like that back foot was in to me. But I'm not on the field. Emily Chesner at the catch. Kylie Chesner, excuse me.
Cartagena gets it to Krebs in the middle.
The Krebs Hecko Cartagena handler combo. Super lethal.
Lamb with the disc. Finds Crab in the middle. Lamb with it again. Some kind of call. Pick.
Pick
Looks
was
like
called.
pick. Nice little around. Cartagena finds Connerly. Ooh, nice grab. Hecko gets the low grab with pressure and centers it to Grace Connerly. Krebs gets it back on the break side. Lam with the disc. Looking for a dump. Maybe a give and go here? No.
Oh. Fingers on that.
French with the hand block, and Milwaukee have a second chance to break.
Milwaukee wasting no time getting the disc moving again.
French with the disc. A big backhand.
Sadie Redding for the score.
And Sydney French hits
Oh,
Sadie
just
Redding.
outside the
On the
oh.
on the end zone line. Ooh. Nice grab. That's a score. Slight miscommunication there.
Redding was just outside the end zone.
Redding had to take it to the front line of the end zone, but found her teammate here.
Let's see that one more time.
Like, little backhand. Nice. Dropping a little bit quickly, but Monarchs player was able to get that.
Redding definitely an impact player in the game against Red with 3 scores.
Monarchs now with 2 points. Gridlock at 1. Let's see how Gridlock responds to this.
And I would say for Milwaukee, one important thing for them in these games today and the season is carrying their momentum and having the endurance to finish their game against Philly last night. Pretty close all through the full half, but Philly ran away with it in the second half. Gridlock, definitely a team that's comfortable being down by a few points.
Yeah, we've seen them make back those gaps in previous games in this season as well. So Gridlock definitely can turn it on.
Pull coming from Annika Vermack.
Connerly picks up. Gets a little dishy to over the top to Cartagena. Finds Poyer. Krebs. Cartagena. Working the open side here. Waverka gets that. Oh, looking for that tight look at number 33.
Just out of the hands of Pointer. Gridlock moving the disc a lot. Gina Cartagena, both the assist and the touches lead for the league.
Oh, a quick turn by Monarchs, and Gridlock have it back. Cartagena picking up. Looking for that inside, but didn't get it. Connerly with the disc.
Oh, drop by Hecko.
Grace
Foul
Connerly
called.
Abby Hecko drops, but there's a foul called.
I think that's Austin Pruka on the matchup with Abby Hecko. Definitely a matchup I want to see some height, intensity on defense and offense. I think we'll see a lot of those two matched up today.
Looks like the foul call will be upheld, and Abby Hecko will pick it up on the goal line.
Hecko with the disc on the front end zone line. Looks for the around. Looking for a dump. Finds Cartagena. Cartagena also looking break side. Nice.
And
Cartagena to Hecko. A little backhand. All these throws on the break side looking really, really strong.
Folks, rooting for these amazing athletes wouldn't be nearly as fun without you, our fans. Thank you for showing up and supporting us today. If you share moments from the team,
Cartagena and Hecko, definitely a combo we'll see a lot of as well. Hecko has scored 6 goals so far this season, so I think we'll see quite a lot of her in the Gridlock end zone.
Baker Street Health provides our players and staff with behavioral health, sport, and performance psychology, as well as podiatry services. They are located throughout New Jersey and are available for telehealth in over 35 states. From head to toe, our team is covered with Baker Street Health. So the score is now 2-2, Gridlock 2, Monarchs 2. It's even. It's the same pulling from the left side. Gridlock pulling from the left side, same as our first point of the game.
Shady Jezierski again.
Big floaty pole.
Rachel Kern finding Schrader.
Back to Kern. Kern looking for that. Oh,
Ooh.
Nice. Sydney French gets that. Oh.
A lot of pressure from Pressburg, but couldn't quite get there. Big upline from 81. Rachel Kern again. Finding 17, Caitlin Duffner.
That's number 81, Rachel Kern, finding number 17, Caitlin Duffner for the Monarchs clean hold.
Here's that replay. A nice big throw. A little bit of air underneath. Perfect amount of touch.
Duffner recognizing that power position. Duffner definitely an impact player as well for Milwaukee. That is her second score of the game, so 2 of 3 by Duffner. Seen a lot of her in the end zone all season.
The Discraft Ultra Star is the official disc of the Premier Ultimate League. Discraft, the world leader in disc sports.
Their personalized mind and body approach to health. Visit Well by Messer today.
Nice bid from that Gridlock defender on that score, but just out of reach.
Sydney French pulling to Gridlock's O-line.
Krebs fielding the disc to Cartagena. Looks like Monarchs are doing a little bit of a poachy defense here.
Gridlock having really no problem with it with the low wind. Hearing that fire call from the field, going back to person defense.
Krebs with the disc. Looking for Cartagena. Cartagena in her signature visor.
I love a signature hat or hairstyle. Really makes it easier to tell who is who on the field.
I think she's tried to get the team into visors, but I think it hasn't picked up. Krebs with a disc. Looking inside for Cartagena. Really nice forehand.
Sharp inside flick, keeping that break side moving.
Cartagena to Connerly for the score.
Monarchs 3.
Let's see that forehand again. Really nice. Out of reach of the defender. A little bit of touch, not a bullet. And Cartagena can find Connerly really easily right there.
Very narrow window for that throw from Krebs. She makes it look easy, but it's a very difficult throw to get off. High trust between Krebs and Cartagena.
This live broadcast of the Premier Ultimate League is brought to you by Breakmark Ultimate Apparel. Go to breakmark.com to place your next custom team order or check out the PUL Athlete Collab shops. Two quick points from each team and we're at 3-3. I definitely had a visor phase. What about you, Jenna?
Not a visor person. I've gone back and forth. I've been a two pigtails and a bandana person for quite a while,
Pigtails
but gotta
are
mix
pretty
it up.
solid. Yeah, it keeps the hair out of the way.
Big layout from number 5, Rose Glinka.
The throw from Fan a little low there, but was able to save it. Schrader with the disc, looking big. Ooh. Contact on the disc.
Like the disc was knocked out of the hands by Ronnie Shaw, and the foul not contested, coming in back on 0.
Ronnie Shaw on the mark here, no contest. To the middle, to Emily Cohen.
Duffner with the disc on the far sideline.
Kern with the disc. Looking inside, nice little backhand, inside out backhand.
And that's another score for Duffner, her third of the game.
That's another hold for Milwaukee. That's number 81, Rachel Kern on the assist. And number 17,
That
Caitlin
fake
Duffner on the score.
really brought her defender over a little bit, so was able to get that backhand off.
Or 3. I would say, going into this game, Milwaukee, a little bit of the underdog, a newer team, less established team, Gridlock with a little bit of a more experienced roster in terms of playing pro, but they're hanging in here in this first quarter, going up. 3 minutes left.
Yeah, both teams looking very good, trading points. Not making any user errors here.
Gets one last possession chance to either score or turn it over, and that's going to be the same for all 4 quarters. Whoever has possession of the disc when time runs out gets that chance to score, but if it's a turnover,
Pull goes up from Annika Vermaak.
Connerly picks up to Cartagena. Looks for Krebs. Krebs looking on the break side, no, not there. Finds Cartagena.
Good pressure from 43, Emily Hsu. I think a good matchup for Krebs. Krebs, such a power player, difficult to keep up with.
Handler's just working it in the back here, not looking downfield, or looking but not finding people downfield. Krebs, big flick. Nice grab. Emma Poyer pulling that down, making that an easy score for Gridlock.
Gridlock looking very comfortable working it in that handle space until those opportunities come.
Yeah, being very patient in the backfield. They trust that their cutters will get open. Just waiting for those good opportunities.
Emily Poyer, first year on Gridlock, but not new to the game. Played and won the PUL All-Star game last year. Happy to have her here with Gridlock. It seems like the connection between Poyer and Krebs is pretty solid, knowing where to go, knowing where to be when the disc is swung and caught by the handlers. 4-4, 2 minutes left in the first quarter.
Pull goes up. Okay, Schrader with the disc in the middle of the field. Unmarked, number 81. Kern was unmarked, now marked. Looking for that reset. Ooh.
Yes.
Jezierski with the big block on that reset. So Gridlock has another break chance here. Cassie Brown and Pressburg in the back.
Pressburg really shutting down that reset that forced the fill where Jezierski got that block. A really strong defensive unit.
Banter Ryan. Banter Ryan gets the disc in the end zone.
Taking the lead 5-4.
That's another break for Gridlock with score 5-4. There's Banter Ryan, gave it to Harris, gets it back in the end zone.
Getting that opportunity, you can totally see the strength in this D-line. Eli Pressburg and Sadie Jezierski, the block leaders for Gridlock with 5 and 4 blocks each, respectively, so far this season. And I think that's what it takes to win these games. Ultimate, definitely a sport that favors the offense. So that intensity to get a turnover and get the break opportunity, really important to find yourself in this position at the end of the first, up 5-4.
Yeah, getting that defensive block and converting it without making too many errors on your part on the defense line. That's really crucial. Switching that mindset as well from defense to offense.
Big call from 74, Sam Harris, but it's going to land out of bounds. So Milwaukee will take it in the middle of the field.
The crowd getting into this today. It's a nice day to come out and watch Ultimate. We have plenty of Monarch fans and Gridlock fans out today on Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day, everybody. Kern with the disc, finds Fan. Handler's getting pushed back. Fan with the disc.
Really love seeing Ronnie Shaw. Her mark is strong, long arms, long legs, really making it difficult to get those resets off.
Schrader.
Woo!
Sam Harris gets big for that block, and Gridlock with another break chance.
Looking for Duffner, stolen out of the sky by Harris.
Ooh.
Sadie Jezierski lets it loose.
Looking for Shaw, but knocked back down by Annie Shriver.
Jezierski putting it up.
To it before Ronnie Shaw can get a hand on it.
Oh. Just drops a little too early for Gridlock to be able to get a chance on that.
Clock running out here. When the clock reaches 0, the team that possesses the disc will get a chance to finish their possession.
Jezierski comes down with another block. That Milwaukee block was done by Annie Shriver earlier.
Gridlock D-line working really hard here. Jezierski getting that D.
Looks like a pick was called on the field, which makes a little sense seeing Eli and Sam running away with it. No defense.
Stops with 31 seconds on it in the quarter.
Defense will get a chance to catch up.
Pressburg with the disc. Maggie Fan with the disc and Jezierski on the sideline here. Maggie Fan looking to get it in the middle.
Oh. Fan tries to hang on to it, just a little out of reach. Hard mark is once you get onto that four-side sideline, very difficult to get out of that position. Ooh.
Slight overthrow on that dump reset. Gridlock have another chance here.
This will be the last possession of the quarter. Clock has hit 0. Once there is a turnover or a Gridlock score, the first quarter will end.
This would be another break for Gridlock here. Maggie Fan dishes to Jezierski. Jezierski looking middle again. Puts a nice around flick to Harris.
Finds Harris in the back corner.
Taking a 2-point lead to end the first quarter, 6-4.
Let's see that again. Jezierski patiently looking.
Great pressure from Emily Shue, shutting down that strike cut that was the original look as the stall count gets high. Kind of a bailout throw to Harris in that back corner. And,
as we go into this first quarter break,
and that will wrap up the first quarter of the game. 6 Gridlock, 4 Monarchs.
At the entrance.
Huge shout out to our Gridlock sponsor, Well by Messer. Led by Dr. Caroline Messer, they are the premier metabolic and wellness health center for New York and Connecticut. Achieve your goals with their personalized mind and body approach to health. Visit Well by Messer today.
Rolling into the second quarter here, 6 Gridlock, Monarchs 4. Chewy, what do you think? What can Milwaukee do to put themselves back on top coming into the second quarter?
I think they've got to put the pressure on a little more on defense. It feels like Gridlock's getting anything that they want. Or if their first choice is not available, they're finding a second choice or third choice. So the D could put a little more pressure on here.
Towards the end of that quarter, I think the last 2 points, lots of turns on both sides. I think for Milwaukee to have an opportunity to stay in this game, they're going to have to clean it up a little bit and reduce their number of unforced errors. Gridlock will come out on offense.
Monarchs ready to start this second quarter here. Looking a little gloomier outside, but hopefully it's not going to rain today. It's not supposed to. But still seems not super windy.
Big pull from Monarchs.
Connerly picks up to Cartagena.
Looks like Gridlock trying to side stack, looking for a deep shot. Didn't line up perfectly, but Krebs getting the disc moving again.
Overka to Krebs. Back to Cartagena in the middle. Connerly looking for that reset. A little give and go. Looks for break side, nothing. Oh, Cartagena is there. Lam looks in the end zone.
Finding Poyer.
Finds Poyer.
Derber signaled that throw was out of bounds from Eddie Lamb to Emma Poyer, so it's going to be a chance for the Monarchs to break, marching a full 80
Observers
yards
calling
downfield.
Eddie Lamb out of bounds on this reception, and Monarchs will get it at the sideline here.
Tight place to get it. Respect the choice to get it out of that against the sideline, against your Gridlock's end zone.
Just too long for Sydney French, and Gridlock get another chance to hold.
Krebs with the disc, looks around, gets Connerly on the sideline. Connerly low on that flick, finds Poyer.
Looks like Monarchs are trying a little bit more of a straight up mark to take away the deep shot options for Gridlock. Gridlock adjusting well to that, just working the break side with a straight up mark. There isn't really as much of a break side force.
Connerly finds Hecko in the end zone.
Both sides, and eventually Grace Connerly finds Abby Hecko for a simple Gridlock score.
Gridlock making it look easy.
The score 7-4.
Yeah, Gridlock making the adjustment to make wider cuts and time their cuts.
This season, New York
for the
Gridlock
handler
is proud
movements.
to be partnering with Blazers Sports Bar, New York City's bold community-first sports
Urso
bar,
Education Group is a
dedicated
proud
to
supporter
women's
of
sports.
Gridlock. Urso
Blazers
helps
will be
students
airing
in grades
Gridlock
5
games all
through
season
college
long, where you
sharpen
can
their
join
math skills
Gridlockers
with
at
personalized
Blazers during team
tutoring.
meetups.
Check them
Follow
out today and
Blazers
help your
Gridlock
students
to
stay on top of their game.
informed.
All right, Gridlock pulling away now with 7. Monarchs at 4. That was a hold for Gridlock, but at the switch for the quarter, they were receiving.
Seeing this D-line come out, who's been so effective, so lethal with Jezierski, Pressburg, Harris.
Huge pull from Jezierski.
Shaw quick down the field to get to that mark, putting the pressure on Schrader.
Monarchs fan to Schrader in the center of the field. Schrader looks deep.
Looking for Duffner, tipped by
Tight coverage
Harris.
defense from Gridlock forces a high stall punt, and Sam Harris is
Didn't
there
quite
for
go
the
as
block.
far as Schrader intended, I think. But
I do think this is the matchup you want to see. I think maybe this has been a small adjustment from Gridlock, is having Harris on the line to put the pressure on Duffner.
definitely smart right there. Ooh. Looking for that reset to Pressburg, but Pressburg wasn't able to change direction to catch that throw going behind them. Ronnie Shaw on the mark on Schrader with the disc. Schrader goes around the mark, gets that to the sideline, the far sideline. Wow! Wow, that was tipped and caught.
Jezierski
It looks like we're going to have a timeout called by Gridlock.
pointing down the field. requesting that her team kept moving again after that big bid.
They were quite confused, or slightly. They were pausing to see if that was a live disc that Jezierski actually caught that.
PUL timeout rules, the teams can substitute any player, so sometimes what the team coaches, captains will decide is to sub in some of the stronger offensive players after a big defensive stop.
We'll see that D here. The Monarchs looking for that reset. Gets a hand on it, and Jezierski diving for that catch.
I think this is the second time now that the first reset look is completely shut down by Eli Pressburg. Don't have that look. Second fill comes in, and the layout by Jezierski happens. Big block. So loving that combo on the field for defense. And looks like this is what Gridlock does. They are subbing in their O-line. Connerly, Cartagena, Krebs, Lom out there. Got Abby Hecko, Poyer, and
Verka.
Yes.
Connerly finds Krebs. A big flick from Krebs. Hecko pulls it down.
Amazing Krebs to Hecko. I think that's the third Krebs to Hecko score today. Definitely a combination. That jab step under from Hecko. Her defender commits, and she has a few steps in the deep space with Dana Demmer trying to catch up, not quite able to get there.
Really great read, really great huck from Krebs there. That's another break for Gridlock, and we are at 7. We're at 8.
8-4.
8-4.
Milwaukee definitely need to make some adjustments here to prevent Gridlock from running away with it. I think Gridlock making the adjustment to shut down Duffner. 3 out of the 4 points scored today from Milwaukee were by Duffner, getting the matchup there settled to shut her down, really putting a damper on their offense.
Another deep pull. Glinka and Schrader working the disc in the backfield.
Emily Cohen coming down with it. Not sure if she was the intended receiver, but she's cleaning it up. Oh.
Schrader looks deep, but it was a little bit low.
Not mad at the look, but looking for Kern. Doesn't really quite have the float.
Dies a little low. Gridlock have a long
Cassie
chance
Brown
to break here.
Gets it to Jezierski. Looks for a big huck. Finds looks for Bender. Schrader gets it. Oh.
Schrader whipped it out of the air, but miscue with her receiver. I would say for Schrader, she needs to slow down a little bit and possess the disc for the Monarchs. These turnovers are definitely going to be something they look back on as something they would like to do differently.
Cassie Brown with the disc. Looking for Pressburg on that reset. Back to Brown. Brown finds Harris downfield. Harris punts it a little bit low as well on that throw.
Sam Harris sends a long one looking for Nikki
Seems
Hare,
like the breeze is picking up a little bit. You can feel that the temperature has dropped.
Subtle wind and another chance for a hold for Milwaukee.
Milwaukee getting the disc back. Definitely want to use this opportunity, work slowly, and maintain possession of the disc.
Monarchs setting up diagonal vert stack here off that sideline. Seems to have helped them get into position here for that downfield.
Glinka finding Kern with the deep shot.
A little inside to Schrader.
Finds Kern right on the line here. Stall count getting high. Looking for Schrader floating. Comes down with it.
Monarchs.
Oh. Monarchs not seeing Emily Cohen wide open in the back corner on the fourth side. But we find Shriver anyways for this score. Great snag from Schrader to keep possession.
Good patience on that front end zone line as well. They didn't rush that one. This live broadcast is brought to you by the Premier Ultimate League. The PUL is a 501c6 nonprofit. This league has been community funded since day one, and we are so grateful for the support. We ask that you consider donating to us to help continue to transform and fulfill our mission. Head to premierultimateleague.com to donate today.
That last score by Annie Shriver. Been playing with the Monarchs since 2022.
Connerly picks up to Cartagena. Finds Poyer. Poyer over the top to Hecko. Hecko looks for a reset. Cartagena's there. Krebs in the middle. A big
Krebs
backhand.
Again. And another Krebs to Hecko score.
Krebs to Hecko is the sweet connection.
That's a goal for Gridlock.
Gridlock playing really well here, knowing each other, knowing where they want to be for each other, looking in the right spaces at the right time.
Tough decision for Milwaukee, I think. Abby Hecko is punishing the deep space, but if you give her the unders as well, she's an incredibly strong thrower. Not really a good option on either side, but I think at this point they need to take away Abby's option to score, especially from Krebs. That's 3 in a row from Krebs to Hecko.
Gridlock's D-line here, ready for another opportunity. Jezierski with the pull.
Pretty excited to Shriver. Stall count getting a little high.
Fan with the disc. Finds Schrader. Finds Cohen. Cohen centers the disc to Schrader. Not liking any options here. Finds Fan on the sideline.
Tight inside, little too tight for Emily Cohen to hold on to.
Good bid by Cohen.
Annie Fan throw just outside the reach of Emily Cohen, and Gridlock have a chance to break.
Cohen, another player who's been with the Monarchs for a while, 4th year on the team.
Emma Chin with the disc. Finds Cassie Brown. Big flick from Cassie Brown.
Looking for Casey Banter-Ryan.
Looking for Banter-Ryan, but Emily Cohen's able to knock it down.
Floating just a tad too long. Defense able to catch up and knock it out of the way. Monarchs setting up in a somewhat of a hoe stack here. Schrader trying to get it off the line.
Looks like we've got a timeout.
Whistle blown, timeout called.
Milwaukee.
I think maybe if I'm Milwaukee, we're potentially putting in some fresh legs here. I think it starts to get noticeable at this point. 2 pro games back to back, traveling with not a small squad, but not a huge squad either. These players are probably getting a little tired. probably were tired when they started the game. So good idea to use your timeouts and sub people out as often as you can.
Monarchs setting up here in their diagonal vert stack.
It doesn't look like they did make many player changes. It just wanting to maybe set up a plan on offense to figure out how to get it off of this sideline. Tricky place to be. Gridlock will force them into that sideline, and they are right on Gridlock's end zone. So hard place to be. You can see that they have a little bracket set up on defense. But Milwaukee able to thread the needle and get out of that tight spot. Good for them.
French and Cohen working it down a little bit. Find Schrader again.
Gridlock kind of staying in this three-person cup. Milwaukee able to work it. They saw a good amount of zone against Strike last week. They're doing okay with it.
French with the disc. Find
Finding
Schrader.
Looking for the deep shot. Nice, and that's a score for Milwaukee.
Yet another assist, and that's Allie Meeting on the receiving end for the goal for Milwaukee.
Here's that replay. Nice find to get it to Schrader.
Good field vision to go over the top here to Muting. No one really with her in that deep space in the zone. Definitely this is the energy that Milwaukee needs to see to stay mentally in this game. 9-6 with 3 minutes left in the first half.
Also teaming up with Salt Athletic to keep our gear fresh and our game strong. Their odor-blocking Aero Case cleat bag is the ultimate sidekick for every athlete, because the only thing that should be unstoppable is you. Use NY Gridlock 15 at checkout for 15% off at Salt Athletic.
Right, Monarchs D-line now having a chance to get a break here. Get a turn and then try for a break.
I definitely think a break point is
9-6.
what Milwaukee will need to feel confident going into halftime. Gridlock's O-line, these 7 players have been largely unstoppable this game, so Milwaukee will have to turn it up to get an opportunity.
Connerly fields the disc to Cartagena.
A little bit of a short pull. Gridlock in a good position.
Wind picking up a little bit. Gridlock's going slightly downwind at the moment.
Milwaukee playing a little zony on defense. And that's a turn. Exactly what Milwaukee wanted to see.
Tight, and Abby Hecko flubs a pass to Gina Cartagena.
Monarchs looking to center.
Stall count getting high here.
Carpenter throwing it downfield.
But Gina Cartagena in the space gets that block.
Cartagena getting a block.
Possession returns back to Gridlock.
Krebs in the middle of the field.
Finds Hecko.
Hecko looking for that reset. Finds Waverka.
Waverka by herself.
Gets it back to Hecko.
Milwaukee kind of letting the swings go off. Nice. Knocked down by Sadie Redding.
By number 25, Annika Vermaak, and now who will now pick up the disc for the Monarchs in an attempt to break.
Vermaak picked up. Vermaak with the disc. Big flick.
Vermaak sends it deep.
Floating. Oh.
And a huge block from Krebs.
Krebs with the huge block.
Definitive said, get that out of my zone.
Floating. Great job by Krebs.
Great cut by Kenzie Carpenter. Cut just floated a little bit too long for to have an option there.
Lom with the disc finds Poyer. Back to Krebs in the middle. Finds Hecko. Hecko looking downfield, now looking reset.
Hecko able to run it down in a great position on the far side.
Poyer with the disc. Looks reset. Finds Krebs.
Pick called.
There's a pick called on the field.
Play will stop.
Players take a moment to reset.
Gridlock looking pretty good in their structure on field. Handlers where they need to be, stack where they need to be. Let's see if they can get this in the end zone.
Milwaukee making it difficult, pushing them back, making them throw a lot of throws.
Looking reset again. Cartagena with the disc. Waves off two cutters. Gets it to Krebs and back in the middle. Break to Hecko. Hecko doesn't have anybody there.
I do like this matchup of Redding and Cartagena.
Gridlock are just trying to hold possession to ensure that they will take the final possession of the half.
15 seconds to go. Gridlock definitely wants to just keep the disc at this point until the clock runs out so that Milwaukee does not have an opportunity to score here.
Krebs with the disc. Finds Cartagena.
And that is time in the half. That means this is the final possession of this half. It will be scored.
Time is up. So Cartagena will try to find an opportunity to score here, but if the turn happens, turn or score, that will end the game. Or end the half, excuse me.
It's a turn.
I think that was Sadie Redding with the run through D.
Krebs was looking for that inside flick, but Sadie Redding reading her mind and running up and getting that defensive catch.
We'll go into half here. Gridlock 9, Monarchs 6.
Huge thank you to IDA Sports for hooking New York Gridlock up with cleats this season and making sure our athletes are ready to compete at the highest level. If you're looking for new cleats this season, you can support New York Gridlock and get yourself a pair using our code NYGridlock. New York Gridlock is teaming up with Salt Athletic to keep our gear fresh and our game strong. Their odor-blocking Aero Case cleat bag is the ultimate sidekick for every athlete, because of the only thing that should be unstoppable is you. Use NYGridlock15 at checkout for 15% off. For those of you watching at home, we are sorry you couldn't join us today. We'd like you to please consider donating $20, the price of a game ticket, to help support player travel and training. Thank you.
Volar en un avión era mi mayor sueño. ¿Cómo se sentiría estar en el cielo? Me imaginaba surcando las nubes. Para mí, eso era libertad. Desde pequeña, supe que no encajaba como las demás chicas. cuando empecé a jugar era la única chica del equipo. El simple hecho de estar en el campo de juego era un acto de resistencia. Tuve que luchar por obtener esta oportunidad. No nos define nuestro pasado, sino la fuerza que se necesita para seguir adelante y crear algo mejor.
Jet Patterson. I'm here with Chewy, and we're going into the second half of the Gridlock Monarchs game. It is 9-6, Gridlock up. What we've seen a lot of from both teams is high-intensity play, high-intensity defense, a lot of opportunities for break scores from both teams. Definitely noticing a strong connection between Jolie Krebs and Abby Hecko. 3 scores from that duo in the first half. Also of note from the Monarchs, Caitlin Duffner, number 17, 3 of the 6 scores have been from her today. Milwaukee coming off of a doubleheader up game against Philly last night, really showing up with some intensity and hunger with this game against the powerhouse that is New York Gridlock.
Yeah, both teams working the short game and the long game. We're seeing a lot of deep shots that are really well placed and some that are covered. So really, really exciting second half to look forward to.
We were starting to see a little bit of zone from both teams at the end of the first half. Going into the second half, do you think with the wind picking up, we'll see more zone defense looks from both teams?
I think we'll see at least some. Yeah, probably in the back half of the field. Gridlock starting off on defense here on the second half.
Folks, make sure we really do want to see your pictures from the game. Come tag Gridlock and Monarchs in those pictures on social media.
This D-line for Gridlock has been incredibly impressive. A couple of strong Ds between the Pressburg and Dzierski combo. Big shutdowns by Pressburg, followed up with a block on the fill from Dzierski. Hoping to see some more of that.
Big pull from Dzierski to the back left corner.
77-yard pull, and the Monarchs have a long field to play.
Annie Fan with the disc.
Just able to toe it in. Allie Muting. Great snag, able to bring it down.
Glinka looking for that deeper throw.
Just over the hands of Emily Cohen.
A long one looking for Emily Cohen. Eli Pressburg's in the area and it sails over both of their heads. Incomplete.
Pressburg signaling to the team to come closer.
Definitely not how Milwaukee wants to start with giving this D-line a chance to score.
Dzierski, big backhand, gets a little tipped.
Dzierski sees Ronnie Shaw.
Gets some fingers on it, was looking for Shaw. Can't quite get there.
From number 52, Aaron Schrader. Means Milwaukee gets another take.
Annie Fan. Annie Fan looking for a teammate, but Cassie Brown knocks that down.
A little bit of confusion on who's going to pick up the disc, but here we go with Gridlock. Let's see that again.
Looking for Kern.
I think this has kind of been a repeat issue Milwaukee is having, letting the disc hang for a little too long, throwing those deep shots and timing the cuts a little too late.
Shooting long for Shaw, and she will run it down, no problem.
Shaw with the score.
That's a Gridlock break to start the second half.
Break for Gridlock to start the second half. It's a long shot. I almost thought that would be outside of the hands of Shaw, but she is quick with a long stride, able to run it down easily. Defenders trailing behind her.
Founded in 2020, Discover Diversity creates spaces where Black players can show up fully, play freely, and experience a genuine sense of belonging, especially within Ultimate Frisbee. Through intentional events and playing opportunities, we center community leadership and joy, while celebrating the talent and resilience of Black players. Our goal is to expand access, champion collaboration, and inspire the next generation of athletes.
Milwaukee putting largely the same line back out. And Gridlock doing the same. Most recent score from with Ronnie Shaw. She is 19 and first year on the team. Been looking for her in the deep space a lot and able to connect. Love to see it.
Schrader with the disc. Looks inside.
Finding French. She's able to find Cohen.
Cohen looks for a reset.
Like that holster from French, able to keep the disc in their hands, looking deep.
Really nice throw.
Valiant effort for the block, but cannot outrun, and Sydney French collects that goal from Aaron Schrader.
Schrader really putting a nice touch on that backhand throw.
One after the other all the way up the field.
Good look, good chemistry between these two. French knows what Schrader is looking for and gives her the opportunity.
Just enough mustard on that to get past the defender and to French.
Definitely what Milwaukee needed to kick off this second half. 2 breaks back-to-back would be a little hard to stomach, so hold for Milwaukee, keeping them in this game. Gridlock 10, Monarchs 7. Gridlock putting out that O-line that we've been seeing all day. Will be interesting to see what adjustments Milwaukee will make in this second half to shut down that Krebs to Hecko scoring connection.
Vermack with the pull.
Monica Vermack, and Gridlock O-line takes the field.
Cartagena with the disc. Waverka centers. Oh.
Disc floating. And Cartagena not able to come back up with it. Break opportunity for Milwaukee. Definitely want to see Milwaukee.
Prucha with the disc. Sorry.
You're good. If I'm Milwaukee, I think my big focus here is keeping possession of the disc. You won't get that many break opportunities against a team like Gridlock. Important to make good use of them.
Ooh, some contact on that reception.
Throw goes into the end zone. Eddie Lamb comes through.
Austin Prucha.
There was some contact.
Just a little over the head. The contact, did that take away her second opportunity chance? Not clear if Prucha's coming off. Yeah, it looks like she's going to come off the field. The injury was called. Looks like there's a chance she might be really hurt. Milwaukee leadership and trainers coming onto the field. And Emily Cohen subbing in for Prucha. Looks like she's shaking it off. Hopefully we'll see her back in the game. Seems like Prucha may be sticking around to discuss the impact of that contact. Whether or not the contact kept her from making a second effort attempt to catch the disc that was a little over her head.
Lamb and Prucha are discussing what happened in the play, trying to come to an agreement on the foul or not. Looks like they might end up going to the observers for their opinion.
Observers discussing the decision here. Prucha is now taking a cleat off and is walking off the field. So observers' decision will dictate the outcome here.
Folks, now seems like an incredible time to shout out our incredible athletic training team. Reina Eliezer is ecstatic to be providing another amazing season of sports performance and physical therapy services to New York Gridlock. From the sidelines to the gym and back to the field, Rena is dedicated to helping athletes come back from injury and continue to excel in their sports. She offers individualized training and physical therapy plans.
Looks like the observers have finished their discussion.
To all levels of athletes, from beginner to elite. We love you, Rena. So the observers rule that it is a foul.
Observers have ruled that it's
no contest on the foul.
Foul and no contest.
The Milwaukee player.
So Emily Cohen, I believe, will take the disc on the end zone line.
Milwaukee player is going to pick up the disc, bring it to the front of the end zone, and Milwaukee will have 0 yards to go for a score.
Milwaukee with an opportunity to score here. Emily Cohen subbing in. Oh,
Vermack looking for...
Allie Muting not quite able to hold on to that one. Bummer. Good opportunity for Milwaukee.
The ends of Muting, and Gridlock have a chance to go the full 80 to complete their hold.
Cartagena picks up the disc. Looks to center. Finds Krebs down the line.
Looking big again to Abby Hecko.
Position with Abby Hecko running deep. Not much else to say.
Easy pull down for Hecko.
Hecko has the height and the jump just to get up and over her defenders.
Lam with the disc over the top.
And Annie Lamb finds Grace Connerly for the Gridlock
Connerly for the score.
Connerly and Hecko working the disc down here. Really nice teamwork here along the sideline.
What I do like to see from Connerly and from the handler position, she stays very active. She throws that reset to Hecko and finds her positioning to be the scoring receiver. I think the whole Gridlock team across the board is good about staying active.
Yeah, always looking to get it back after they've thrown it.
Disappointing on the Milwaukee side, that opportunity on the end zone line. Definitely wanted to maximize there and just weren't able to punch it in. 11-7 Gridlock with 8 minutes left in the third quarter.
Jazurski, Gridlock's star puller here.
Yeah, with pulls like that, I don't know why you would have anyone else pull.
Don't need another. Glinka with the disc.
Good find to Kern, looking for Shiver deep. A little too far. It does, to me, look a little bit like the Monarchs are tired. I think maybe Shiver would have had that rundown in the top of the first half.
For Annie Shriver, and Gridlock's Maggie Fan picks it up.
It's raining a little bit now on the field, so they might be working with a wet disc here.
A good mark, but Gridlock's able to get it off.
Wow, nice
And
nice
Shaw
grab
able to
by
come down with it.
Ronnie Shaw. Great read by Ronnie Shaw, getting it at her highest point.
And Emma Chin finds Nikki Hare for the Gridlock.
Emma Chin with a nice backhand to Nikki Hare.
Nikki Hare, the longest standing veteran with Gridlock, 8 years on the team.
Emma Chin decisive here. Perfectly placed backhand.
We asked Gridlock for some fun facts, and scoring players Nikki Hare said, "I eat cheese every day, and my doctor can tell." Thanks for that, Nikki.
I want to eat a cheese every day.
As Gridlock is up here 5 in the third quarter, we can see them using a little bit more of their full roster, seeing Hare out there, seeing more of Emma Chin, Ronnie Shaw, liking to see these opportunities for these players.
Emma Chin, this is their first year on Gridlock as well. I have a fun fact. I coached her junior and senior year of high school, which was 2018, 2019.
We can attribute her success today.
Chewy, Coach Chewy did it. No, she's great. Monarchs here with the disc in the backfield.
Sadie ready with the disc, looking deep to Schrader.
Banter Ryan getting it.
Banter Ryan coming down with that block.
Gridlock just doing a really good job reading these deep shots and just getting to a better position to knock it down from these Milwaukee players. We've seen that over and over again today.
Nice break by Cassie Brown to Harris.
Nikki Hare by herself.
Finds Pressburg. Back to Hare. Ooh. Just a little out of reach.
Nikki Hare's throw just out of the reach of Maggie Fan, and Milwaukee will recover possession.
Maggie Fan, also a first-year Gridlock player. Maggie's nickname is Mac. Muting with the disc.
Milwaukee with another opportunity here. Would like to see them taking 5 to 10 yard chunks off at a time versus these deep shots.
Trying to get it to the center of the field, which is good strategy, but not quite making it.
Down the field once more for another break.
Cassie Brown with the disc finds Sam Harris.
It's dropped. Injury called by
Sam Harris.
Not sure what happened there.
Something's going on. Takes an injury substitution after dropping that pass. Meta Leary will substitute on, making her season
Meta Leary
for Gridlock.
Taking Harris's place. Schrader picks up.
Another turn. This point is getting a little long.
Gridlock with another break chance.
Mac with the disc. Finds Sadie Jezierski.
Pressburg. And a nice flick to Leary in the end zone. All the way down the sideline.
Exactly what you want to see when you get subbed in for an injury. Be that scoring receiver.
Immediately. Looked like Leary had made an in-cut and immediately went out. Really great instincts here.
Yeah, good understanding of where the disc is moving.
From podiatry to performance psychology, Baker Street Health keeps the Gridlock moving. Visit them across New Jersey or via telehealth in 35 states. Baker Street Health, comprehensive care for our team from head to toe. Gridlock pulling away here with 13 points versus Monarchs 7.
A little bit of a shorter pull than we've seen from Gridlock. Good opportunity from Milwaukee.
Milwaukee looking for that receiver. Nice grab by Vermack. Vermack inside flick.
Looking deep. Oh! Milwaukee really struggling to connect on these deep shots today.
Just outside of the reach of the receiver. And Gridlock get another break chance.
Hard to holster when you see that your receivers have steps in that deep space.
Yes, they were open. That was a very good decision. Cassie Brown with the disc. Casey Banter-Ryan.
Casey Banter-Ryan reels it in.
Gives it back to Hecko. Hecko, bladey flick, finds Jezierski.
And then Abby Hecko with the big crossfield blade finding Sadie Jezierski.
Seen a little bit of a mix-up of our lines. Abby Hecko, who's been playing more on the O-line, getting a combo with some of these.
I don't think Sadie has ever found a throw she didn't like.
Some kind of scuba from Jezierski finds Casey Banter-Ryan.
Let's see that throw again.
It's another gridlock break.
Looking for that reset.
You see Sadie with the holding out hands like, what are we doing? Where's my reset? Takes the scuba shot for the score. Sadie, you're going to see what she's thinking. Can't hear her, but know what's going on in her head from up here.
Looks like that's a timeout.
New York Gridlock is
called
proud to
Milwaukee.
partner with Blazers
By
Sports
Gridlock.
Bar, New York City's bold home for women's sports. Catch every Gridlock game at Blazers all season long and join us there for official team meetups. For the love of the game, we'll see you at Blazers.
Three minutes left in the third quarter. Gridlock up by 7, 14-7.
Official photographer of New York Gridlock.
This definitely becomes a mental game to stay in the game with high intensity for
She
Milwaukee.
got her start with the New York Mets.
Yeah,
over a
it's
decade
tough at this
ago.
point.
And since then has moved on to working with the UFA's
I've definitely
New
been
York
there,
Empire
and
NBA G League
and you just
Long
need
Island Nets.
your
Check
teammates
her out on
to
social media,
bring you
on
back
social
to
media
that
at
high energy
BeFocused
level to at least finish the
@thelens.com.
game as well as you can.
Gridlock, on the other side of that, has the advantage of a little bit of wiggle room to try some different combinations of players, try some different offensive strategies, defensive strategies, see what's working and what's not working. So a good opportunity to flex different muscles for Gridlock.
Yeah, seeing some of the first year Gridlock players in the handling positions, giving them a taste of that Gridlock PUL on the field pressure.
Seeing a little bit more of Nikki Hare and Maggie Fan in the second half.
Sadie has no least favorite throw, but that 75-yard pull sure is a high on the list.
Milwaukee taking another deep shot.
Muting. Looking for Demert.
Really struggling to connect on these deep shots today.
Didn't quite come down with it, and Gridlock get another chance to march it up.
Banter-Ryan with the disc. Finds Jezierski. Big flick. Looking for Pressburg.
Has time to come down with
Sadie
it.
sends it long. Eli Pressburg is there.
Harris tries to make a cut. Monarch defense is ready for them.
Taking away at least that first option. We want to see that.
And Gridlock will take
Timeout
their
called.
second timeout, not finding options at the end zone.
Love to see the deep shot options from Jezierski. She just has the throws.
Shooter's got to shoot, right?
Absolutely. 2 minutes left in the third quarter here.
The rain has let up, so it looks like it's not raining anymore, I think.
Little breezy, little chillier than the start of the day, but seems playable. I do think the wind may be affecting Milwaukee's ability to connect these deep shots we've seen.
Yeah, wind might be pushing them a little faster, a little further, a little lower than they're wanting.
Sure, and I think going into the wind, where we've been seeing them hang and Gridlock having the opportunity to knock them down, the wind making those throws linger a little bit longer than the thrower intends, leaving too much time for the defense to knock them down.
2.5 minutes of this quarter. But no, it looks like they've got
Cartagena starting with the disc. Finds Krebs to Pointer.
Pointer gets it back to Krebs. Krebs inside. Gets it to Cartagena.
Hecko.
Finds Hecko.
Hecko for another Gridlock break.
Another break for Gridlock.
Those inside flicks really doing a lot of work for the team today. That jab stack from Hecko, so effective. Noticeably missing from Gridlock's team, this roster this year, Ella Youngst, who was the Offensive Player of the Year last year for Gridlock. I think Abby Hecko having some space to fill those shoes a little bit, to be the person who is, scoring 5+ points in the game.
Love to see it.
Milwaukee with likely one more opportunity to score here in the third quarter. Definitely want to see another score before we go into the break to keep spirits up. Like to see Milwaukee being a little bit more conservative, being really aggressive on their undercuts to work the disc up the field because their deep shots just really aren't connecting at this point in the game.
Looks like there was an offsides call on the pole.
There's an offsides call on the
Milwaukee is going to
pole,
elect to play it as it lies.
but they will play on. Kern gets the disc to Fan. Back to Kern. Kern around, nice around to Schrader.
Schrader holstering instead of taking that deep shot to Duffner. Like to see that.
Centering to Annie Fan. Annie Fan gets it to Kern. Kern, big flick.
Looking for Duffner, out of reach again.
That one's outside the reach of Caitlin Duffner and Gridlock.
And it's not really that close. It wasn't like fingertips out of reach of Duffner there. I really want to see Milwaukee dial it in a little bit, take the pace a little slower on offense, and keep the disc in their hands. 1 minute to go in this third quarter. Mac getting away from Shriver here.
Leary with the disc. To Jezierski. Big flick from Jezierski. To Wawerka. Oh, great read by Wawerka, but it was out of bounds.
Pressure defense from number 43, Emily Shue.
Emily Shue right on there for defense.
Do you like that matchup? Emily Shue really good at keeping the pace and running down the disc, providing a lot of pressure.
Shue with the disc. Inside, Leary gets the D. Leary reading the minds of the handlers. Emma Chin with the disc. Finds Maggie Fan. Back to Emma. Emma and Maggie just working it.
Milwaukee pushing them back, but the yards regained to Sadie Jezierski.
Ooh, Eddie Lam towing it.
This time, that one
and she is in. They're in.
And they're in.
Sadie Jezierski hits Eddie Lam, and it's another Gridlock break.
Great awareness from Eddie Lam to keep their toes right on that line. Clock will stop, and we'll get one more chance here for Milwaukee. 20 seconds left.
Really towing that with the left foot. Eddie Lam, really good. Really good reception there.
Eddie also a new player for Gridlock.
Eddie Lam is from Philadelphia and is a 2X national champion.
Definitely someone who is well versed in these high stakes, high pressure games. Going to nationals alone, quite an achievement. Winning nationals puts you at a whole different level.
Yeah, I've never been to nationals, so
same twin.
Looks like Sadie Jezierski finally gets a break, which means Sam Harris gets to pull
a nice
their
roller
crazy
pull
roller pull
from Sam Harris.
Playing a little junky, trying to keep the handlers from
French with the disc.
Big gain on the under. And Kylie Chesner.
Gets it to Vermack. Oh, just out of
Fantastic
reach.
handling defense from Maggie Fan leads to a
Great bid by
turnover.
Redding. Just out of reach.
And that's the end of the quarter. That possession.
That's the end of the third quarter.
The last possession was that Milwaukee possession. That
Gridlock
means
16,
we're gonna enter the fourth quarter with a score of Gridlock
Monarchs
16,
7.
Milwaukee Monarchs 7.
I think this is a little bit what we were talking about going into the game. Keeping the endurance through all 4 quarters. Super challenging for this smaller squad, especially with having played a high-intensity game against Philadelphia last night.
The Discraft Ultrastar is the official disc of the Premier Ultimate League. Discraft, the world leader in disc sports.
A little over a minute left in the break. Milwaukee circled up, chatting. Chewy, if you're Milwaukee's coach, what do you think you're saying to these players?
The coach was saying during halftime that they want to play their game. They want to stick to their systems and do what they know how to do. And I think that's probably what they're talking about in the huddle here is go back to your systems, trust each other, and try to get some more points on the board here.
Agree. I think maybe I'm talking a little bit about the deep shots not connecting. I do think, maybe shots that it would usually connect were not hitting because of a little bit of fatigue, not being able to run down at your highest speed as you get to the end of a long game, 2 games in a row. So maybe some adjustments to the offensive game plan, maybe putting a yellow light or red light on some of those deep shots.
Or just reeling it in slightly or yeah. I think those deep shots could work if they weren't deep shots, but they were just longer outcuts. Making those adjustments, knowing what you're capable of in the moment.
Quarter, Milwaukee will pull, Gridlock will receive.
12 minutes left in the game. Gridlock will start on offense. Seeing that classic O-line we've been working with all day.
They are so gelled together at this point. And that's what you want to see in an O-line. You want a confident O-line, knows each other well, works together well. They do their job, come off the field.
Yeah, I think Gridlock has it pretty tightly sewn up with these 7. They look confident together. The chemistry is there. And the results are there. That pull will land out of bounds, so Gridlock will take it to the middle of the field.
Connerly picking up and bringing it to the center.
A big pull from Monica Vermack goes out of bounds, and Grace Connerly will take this to the center to begin play. Looks like Milwaukee's
What do you think of this D, Jenna?
Looks like Milwaukee's sacking the lane a little bit, trying to take away the upfield shots and make Gridlock work more through their handlers. I don't think Gridlock will have any problem with that. Big shot looking for Pointer, a little bit of a disconnect.
Pointer in the end zone. She didn't quite know it was coming though, and the miscommunication leads to a turnover.
And that's maybe what you're trying to force with Milwaukee. If you're clogging the lanes, you're taking away those unders. So the options are really working through the defense and taking deep shots. So here's an opportunity for Milwaukee.
Yeah, that disc was behind the player.
Oh. Kind of the look that you were mentioning as we went into this fourth quarter, looking for a long under, kind of over the head of the receiver there, Kylie Chestner.
Hecka with the disc. A nice outside and backhand. Cartagena pulls it down.
And that's a clean Gridlock hold.
Kind of what we were talking about earlier with Abby Hecko. You're like, let's get her out of that scoring deep space. She's scoring on us over and over. Well, here we are with the disc, and it's the big over-the-top backhand, using her height and her skill with the disc to get around that break. Not a problem for her to be the assist or the score.
After the game, make sure you come down to the field, meet the players.
Gridlock fans, your health deserves a winning team. Well by Messer brings together an elite group of specialists, from endocrinologists and internists to dietitians and psychologists. Led by Dr. Caroline Messer, they provide a total mind and body approach to your wellness. Visit Well by Messer in New York or Connecticut and take control of your metabolic health.
(17-7) with about 10 minutes to go.
Pressburg with the pull here.
Looking good. Giving Gridlock plenty of time to get down there on defense.
Ooh.
Oh, no.
A little bit of a miscomm.
On the reset throw.
And Gridlock have a chance for another break here.
And Cartagena finds Shaw for Gridlock.
Ronnie Shaw with her second score of the game, really making her presence known with her first year with the team. Here we see again Pressburg to Cartagena to Shaw. Kind of shuffling in some of the O-line players on these D points, with the O-line getting fewer opportunities with how often Gridlock is scoring, getting the O-line players shuffled in here.
If you enjoyed the game today, please consider donating $20, the price of a game ticket, to help support player travel and training. Thank you. Sun really coming out right now in full force. Today's weather has been a bit up and down.
Looks like we're getting that O-line as a D-line just to keep all the players in the game. Gina Cartagena will pull. Not her typical role, so let's see how this goes. I'm sure it'll be great.
There's nothing she can't do.
Wow.
Great spinning pull. It's going to roll a bit. Bounces, but the Monarch player is able to get it.
Eddie Lamb hustling down, keeping the first throw from going off. Finds Duffner.
Duffner looking... Oh, nice over-the-top backhand for that reset to the center of the field. Schrader with the big backhand to the end zone, but Krebs is
knocked
there.
down by Jolie Krebs.
Turn on the Jets, and then in the end got there pretty quickly for the block.
Looks like Gridlock doing a little bit more of a backhand force, mixing it up on defense. Jolie Krebs picking up for Gridlock.
Immediately finds Hecko. Hecko resets. Connerly with the disc. Finds Poyer in the middle. Middle over the top to Lam. Connerly. Lamb gets it to Connerly.
I think Gridlock does a great job communicating on field what they want from their players, and are good overall decision makers. Not every decision perfect, but I think Gridlock does a good job of keeping the disc in Gridlock's hands. Pointer knocking on that end zone line. Stall count getting high, looking for Cartagena, running out of time.
Stall count getting high, really nice end zone coverage
And a flick
defense from Milwaukee.
to space.
And then the player can't quite find Abby Hecko.
Good pressure on that
That's
defense.
Another chance for Milwaukee to hold.
We see that backhand force again here. Righty backhand.
Oh,
Eddie Lamb. Foot block. And players are pausing on the field.
there's a whistle
Looked
before
like Eddie
that
Lamb had a
block.
huge foot block, but the timeout from Milwaukee
Yeah.
came in just in time.
Timeout called
And it's
before
gonna
that
retain
foot block
possession
happened.
with
Good,
Milwaukee in their
good
own
situational
10-yard
awareness from
line,
Milwaukee's
20-yard
coach
line
team. They will keep the
after
disc
the timeout.
after this timeout.
This live broadcast is brought to you by the Premier Ultimate League. The PUL is a 501c6 nonprofit. This league has been community funded since day one, and we are so grateful for the support. We ask that you consider donating to help us continue to transform and fulfill our mission. Head to premierultimateleague.com to donate today.
Eight minutes left in the game. New York up by 11. Coming out of this timeout, Milwaukee will start with the disc. Getting a little bit of a reset. A few different players out on the field. Shaking it up.
Schrader with the disc and the downfield cutter setting up in a normal vert. We'll see what they do.
Look like Defner going deep from the 1. Schrader didn't feel like she had that throw, but love the option.
Slight overthrow again here. And Gridlock have a chance here.
And now Cassie Brown picks up.
Cassie Brown, inside throw.
Finding Nikki Hare.
Brown resets to Pressburg. Pressburg all the way around to Jezierski. Jezierski, big Blady flick.
Good recognition to see Sam in that back corner. No one there. See it one more time. What's happening with Harris's defense? I think they pull off a little bit to try to maybe stop the up line. Oh, and it's too late. Harris by themselves in the back.
With precision, a really, really nice Blady flick from Jezierski. On point. This live broadcast of the Premier Ultimate League is brought to you by Breakmark Ultimate Apparel. Go to breakmark.com to place your next custom team order or check out the PUL Athlete Collab shops.
Milwaukee coming out again on offense. I think at this point in the game, 7 minutes left, down by 12, you kind of have to think about more a little bit individual. Like, what can I do well? Can I get a block? Can I get an assist? Can I score a goal? It's less about winning the game now and trying to play your game well, like their coach was mentioning at halftime. And also finding a way to have fun. Sometimes being down by 12 is not that fun, and Monarchs have said that their goal this season is to have fun playing.
Muting with the disc. Low disc, but caught by number 99, Demert.
A nice bid from Dana Demert to save possession.
Back to muting.
Holding on to it, muting. Knocking on this end zone line here. Opportunity for Monarchs. A score would be huge here in the journey, in the goal of having fun.
Swings to Emily Cohen.
Cohen with the disc.
Looking for Schrader. She comes down with it.
With a nice catch.
Really patient here, Monarchs.
Looking for French.
I was just about to say they were being very patient here.
I don't hate the look. I don't know that French was expecting it.
It's a good look. Yeah.
From the standstill, a little bit hard to get the speed going.
Emma Chin says, yeah.
Emma Chin throws it to Sam Harris.
The next gal.
Really nice vision there. Pressburg in the middle. Inside to the break side to Ronnie Shaw. Finds Jezierski.
Really loving Shaw's looks here today. I think that she's doing a great job being aware of where the disc is and using the deep space and the break space for herself, but also to create more space for the unders.
Maggie Fan catches, but it's out of bounds.
Milwaukee with another chance here. Looks like the disc went out quite a ways up.
Pretty early, so Monarchs are going to get to take it in all the way up at the 50-yard line.
Looking a little crowded, able to get it off to Schrader. Too many people kind of all in the same space. Good find to French.
French. Finds muting. Ooh, a very good shot to the end zone.
Was she out the back?
Dennis
Yes!
sends it all the way to the
Inbounds.
back of the end zone.
Observer
And
rules
Milwaukee
in.
manages
To
to
Rachel
break that
Kern.
run, finally getting a goal in this quarter, bringing it to 8 points for them, 19 for Gridlock.
Celebrating exactly what we mentioned.
Celebration.
Demert to Redding. Really great rundown by Redding.
A correction, that was Sadie Redding, number 91. I think I had said Rachel Kern.
Westchester, a local newsletter and social platform
Redding with the
helping
score,
families and communities discover the
19-8.
best things to do across the
Still
area.
out of reach,
If
but
you're
scoring
enjoying
definitely
today,
brings
they
those
are a
spirits
great
up and
place
brings
to find Milwaukee
having
events,
fun back to the
streets, and
forefront for
offers.
this
So
Milwaukee
be sure to
team.
check them out. Sign up for their free newsletter at lovingwestchester.com.
Gridlock starting on offense for the first time this quarter.
Nice pull from muting. Or Vermac.
I think that was Vermac.
Vermac. Nice pull by Vermac. Krebs with the disc. Over the top to Connerly. Connerly, big flick. Looking for Cartagena.
No one with her. She's able to jump in for the
A
score.
60-yard hop finds Gina Cartagena in the front of the end zone for a quick Gridlock hold.
Great recognition from Connerly. Cartagena going and the deep defender in the zone, not really able to recognize soon enough that there is someone behind her.
Looks a little bit like a pull play to me. Like they thought that Monarchs may not expect Cartagena to go deep, but the Gridlock really making use of the fielding of the disc and catching them off guard.
Also just using the versatility of their players. I mean, really all of their players can do it all. You know, Cartagena, a very strong handler, but a deep cut certainly in her wheelhouse. Five minutes about left in the game. Gridlock up by 12.
Kern with the disc. Looks for Cohen.
Cohen able to find Kern. Kind of going back and forth with each other, looking for another option.
Looking for a reset here. No.
Stall count getting high. Looking for the deep shot. Kind of a bailout throw. 13 going for it. Comes down with it. I don't think she was
That's a big
in.
cut from Emily Cohen to Cassie Duty right at the front of the end
Cassie
zone.
Duty
Cassie
reading that.
Finds Cohen right back.
Cassie Duty catching it, tapping it back in, and finding Cohen for the score. Great awareness from Cohen to hustle back down to be the receiver from her own deep shot.
Harris choosing to leave the thrower unmarked here. Easy backhand.
Two scores for Monarchs in this fourth quarter. Definitely what you want to see when you are significantly down, you know, staying in it, taking the opportunities that are given and making what you know how to do work, and remaining competitive, even with a significant score difference. 4 minutes left in the game. Monarchs on defense. Gridlocks power O-line ready to receive.
Another pull from Vermack.
Caught by Krebs.
Connerly with the disc.
Monarchs trying this kind of saggy zone again.
Does slow down the offense resets here.
Giving up on the zone here as they get close to the end zone, trying to get a person on every player.
Folks, there's not a fire. They're just saying, hey, we're out of our zone. We're playing person defense again.
Over the top of that.
I think it's gonna
Look.
work. Grace Connerly finds Eddie Lamb in the back corner.
Eddie Lamb unmarked.
Gridlock
Connerly
hold.
throws a nice flick to the back cone.
Second score for Lam. This O-line just so effective across the board. That zone really doesn't seem to be windy enough today in the zone to slow them down. They're taking the deep shot. They're easily finding the resets until something opens up.
Hoping to see Monarchs get into the double digits here with their O-line out.
Three minutes left in the game. Like you said, would love to see Monarchs get one more opportunity to score here.
Another Jezierski pull. Looks like it landed out of bounds.
Just out of bounds. Monarchs are going to center it.
Kern will pick up for Milwaukee and center the disc.
They look like they're in a stack, horizontal stack. With 3 handlers back, 4 cutters downfield.
Great around break to Schrader from Kern. Good holster from Kern. I think those are the deep shots that have been taken. Good opportunity to wait. Love that look. Looks like it's on a rope there. Yes. To Emily Shue for the score.
Far and flat, and Emily Shue comes down with it. That's a clean hold
Nicely
for Milwaukee
paced
Monarchs.
backhand from Schrader.
With 2.5 minutes remaining
Great
in the
adjustment, I
game.
think, from Milwaukee. That first deep shot, Kern holsters, kind of does a little reset, gets it to Schrader, and then this second deep cut from Shue is perfectly timed. The throw is out to space. Exactly what they're looking for to defend the score. Love that adjustment from Milwaukee. About 2 minutes left in the game. Milwaukee definitely feeling some energy from the 3 scores they've had in the past few minutes. Let's see what they can do in this last bit of the game. A break would be a great way to end the game for the Monarchs.
Gridlock ready for the disc, putting a hand up.
Wondering if Milwaukee will come down in that zone again. It hasn't been particularly effective. I think Gridlock just has the throwers in these low wind conditions to work around it. We'll see what they do.
It does increase the number of passes that Gridlock has to make before they can throw for the end zone.
Looks like they are going to come zone again. A little more of a
Milwaukee's
true
set up in
cup.
their zone.
Hecko with the disc.
Crab's able to find a hole to hit Hecko.
Hecko looking in the middle, no one there. Gets it around to Cartagena. Cartagena looks in the middle and finds Waverka.
Big gainer to Mario Waverka.
Kind of the name of the game, you know, you don't want to get trapped on the sideline here, so you're just throwing the
Now
resets.
Abby Hecko sends one deep, looking for Eddie Lamb.
Eddie Lim trying to jump for that, but two defenders in between Eddie and the disc.
French able to get the disc moving pretty quickly for Milwaukee.
Good adjustment from Demmer.
Dana Demmer able to come down with it. No mark, so she should be patient with this disc, find something easy. Great job. Break opportunity here for Milwaukee.
Muting with the disc. Gets it to,
Oh.
trying to get it to Reverka. Just a little out of reach.
And it's back to Gridlock's
Vermack.
offense, which means Milwaukee
1 minute left in the game.
has to find their matchups.
Has Hecko.
Hecko looking to reset. And a D.
Taken away by
French.
49 seconds to find an opportunity to score here.
Milwaukee
Back
with
to
another
French.
chance to break. Danny Schreiber with another block.
French got it to Jarek.
Jarek
Jarek
sends it deep.
sends it.
30 seconds.
Hits Kylie Chesner.
Chesner with the disc.
Oh.
Oh, goodness.
She tries to reset and it gets punched down by Krebs.
Jolie
Krebs,
Krebs with
big
no
flick.
mercy.
Looking for Cartagena.
Able to catch it. 20 seconds left. Need an option here. The game will end when time expires.
Cartagena with the disc. Finds Connerly.
5 seconds to go. Oh no.
Looking for Reverka over her head.
And that will do it.
The end zone right as time expires. That means this final possession of the game is going to be for the Monarchs. They can march it 80 yards to get their first break of this half.
Monarchs
Where are the
disc.
defense?
They walk it to the front line. Vermack with the disc. Oh, just out of reach. Good bid by Monarchs.
That's it, folks.
Little anticlimactic, but that will be a wrap of the game. Milwaukee 10, New York Gridlock 21.
Great job to both teams. Making adjustments on both sides. Great game to watch.
Folks, our next home game is going to be Sunday, May 17th. That's 1 week from today. Back here at Joseph F. Facina Field at 4 p.m. We hope you'll join us then. Make sure on your way out, check out the merch table. Check out Ray's Empanadas. Find the food. Find the joy. Find the players on the field. Thank you to everybody who came out. Happy Mother's Day. And we'll see you next time. This is Avery, your announcer, signing off.